where does imagination end and reality begin?
Can places which have never been inhabited by human beings be haunted or affected by the paranormal? Our ancestors would have said yes. In olden times, our European forefathers entirely avoided woods, the deep forests, and certain types of countryside, because these were the domains of the spirits, the gods, the others. Some time ago, I found myself working as a security guard at a huge site where hundreds of new homes were being constructed. The ground on which it stood had been countryside, farmlands. Indeed, when I patrolled there during daytimes and in the dead of night, I saw hawks and owls who were reluctant to give up their territories. I also saw and heard other things which were just as unwilling to abandon what had been theirs. When I was shown around the site by the guard I was replacing, I could tell that part of him was angry. I guess he was losing all these long, uninterrupted 12-hour shifts, and money is, after all, money. Yet I could also tell he was scared of the place. He told me stories, not one story, but several stories, about chasing intruders and would-be thieves from the site. Stories that were obviously invented, because he was jumping at every strange or unusual sound. I suspected that he was doing most of his patrolling from the inside of his car, probably with the doors locked. The original version of this video had very little in the way of narration, because I wanted the viewers to experience the site as I did, to view and hear the inexplicable happenings and come to their own conclusions. However, though the video undoubtedly gained something in terms of extra atmosphere via the lack of an intrusive narrating voice, it lost something in terms of understanding, because viewers found it hard to grasp what they were actually seeing and hearing. So I will begin by saying that this was a very active site. You didn't need to have any claimed psychic abilities to feel the energy all around you, and the energy was often so high that it felt oppressive. Two owls, flying side by side and very low, barely above head height, swooped along one of the streets while the other guard was showing me around. The poor fellow nearly jumped out of his skin. A friend who is deeply in touch with his Native American heritage informed me that seeing owls fly in that fashion and call out as they did is often seen as an omen of great misfortune, maybe even death. Eventually, perhaps relieved he would no longer have to work at this location The other guard confessed to me that there was something on this site that he didn't like, something that made him very nervous. It was like a shadow, but human-shaped, and it followed him. And though it went out of his way when he attempted to find it, to trace it, he sensed that it wasn't moving away out of fear. He felt that it was predatory, that it was stalking him. Over time, almost as if I was an unwanted irritant, an unwanted intruder in that place, the palpable levels of energy that I mentioned increased to the point where I could physically see and hear that energy. To my surprise, my military spec night vision cameras captured the phenomena which you're about to see. Like my predecessor, I heard sounds and caught glimpses of the shadowy stalker. In a moment of rare candor, he described it as being like a vampire. But I don't think it was a vampire, at least it wasn't a blood-drinking creature of the night. I think it was something much older, something that hailed back to the primeval roots of this planet. Something which existed for a very, very long time out of the notice of mankind, and which still existed now, even though we were invading its last hiding place. Eventually, being unable to catch it or take photographs of it in the conventional manner, I resorted to using an auto-pivot trail cam. I set it up in the position where it most often lurked and watched me. Although I was entirely alone on the construction site, it wasn't unusual to hear footfalls, very heavy, unstealthy footfalls, and to hear voices which seemed as though they were being carried by the wind. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment and subscribe to help my channel grow. When children are playing alone on the green, in comes the playmate that never was seen. When children are happy and lonely and good, the friend of the children comes out of the wood.